encryption of sensitive files to leverage for ransom. At the same time, we'll show how the Versec security platform can instantly spot this attack at every stage and stop it. For the purpose of this demo, we'll monitor the attack and let it proceed, but in practice, Versec can simultaneously detect and protect at the initial stages before damage is done. First, we're going to use this online bookstore website example. We're going to be injecting a file called command JSP. We'll use that as a reverse shell to gain control of the victim's application. And we're going to use a password called Versec attack to show that this is happening in real time. As we continue on with the attack, Versec will see every aspect of the attack. So we'll take that dropped file, which we can see in the web root right here. The timestamp indicates this in fact just happened. Every time we do something, Versec sees it. As soon as we launch the attack, right now, the web attacks screen changes from 582 to 584. We can see that an email alert was generated as an SQL injection attack. We'll drill down into the details later, but for now, we'll let the attack proceed. We're going to continue the attack, and we're actually going to execute the code that was dropped into the web root, which was command JSP. At this point, we own the system, and from here, we can continue the attack by executing commands like system info, find out what the networking configuration is with ipconfig. So nothing's happening without the platform seeing it. We continue to see web attacks. We continue to see events being generated in the system. In this case, the command injection has been detected. The next thing we're going to do with the attack is we're going to drop some ransomware, and this is going to be the code that's going to actually encrypt files on the system. We can see this now in the bin directory. Again, the timestamp indicates that this just happened. And the VSP sees this as a command injection. Finally, we're going to encrypt all those files. And we've just picked a directory in the system that contains a half a dozen assets. And once we encrypt them, they are basically now unavailable to the user. And now we can see when we actually dig down into the details of these events, we see the initial SQL injection attack. And we're giving you enough information to actually figure out what should the mitigation be. We're providing names and instances of the application, the host name where it occurred. We'll identify the processors that are controlling this business application, things like process IDs, and specifically the description. What kind of attack was this? And from here we can drill down and again see information about the attacker, and where the program was expecting a login of simply John Doe, they ended up getting a login that was composed of a lot of code. And ultimately, we captured not only all of that was injected, there's the command JSP file, and then finally, as I stated at the beginning, the password that we used was Versec attack. Because Versec can precisely identify the specific session ID of the attacker, this can be used to surgically terminate the connection without disrupting the application. Versec can also enforce protection policies through network devices like firewalls or WAFs. Versec can detect and protect against a wide range of advanced attacks that target web servers, server-based applications, process memory, and more. Versec can stop complex attacks within milliseconds of infiltration without any prior knowledge or signatures. With conventional security, it can take days, weeks, or even months to detect a problem and deploy a patch, leaving a huge window of opportunity. But Versec closes this window and virtually patches any server, eliminating the risks from undiscovered vulnerabilities.